Is some issues that I have with transit and trying to prove that transit has been controlled in malice, and a lot of experiences in my environment, and it does not want me to upload. And the unfortunate thing about this is I'm paying for the services and can't use them. I have to have multiple different devices because the government decides they want to put me on punishment from my own devices and repeatedly keep getting away with it. In the other video, notice that I try to catch these scammers or whatever's happening in lies. She says that she's dispatched and the other thing opens at 8. That really didn't make sense. So if the other, she tries to cover for crimes being committed with the automated system, knowing that you wouldn't believe that these automated systems are controlled in malice to keep me from services or getting things resolved. So she says that dispatch opens at 8 and that's what the automated system meant. Well, nonetheless, I've been calling and I've been able to get through. Why today did it switch up and then say that it don't open to 8? And then the automated system, it was sent me automatically over to the administration instead of the dispatch. I don't know what was happening, but she covered for whatever was happening with the automated system, and they typically do. Okay, this is the time right here, 8:15. It was each time I stop recording, there's issues, and it's not uploading. It says uploading, but it's not giving a processing time or any time frame. So typically when I get this, it's really not uploading. So it's stating that it will be 1 hour, and then it changed to 80 minutes, and then it's going down. Typically, as soon as I start recording, then it alters. It says right here for terroristic threat, which is in part 1 of this video, cause impairment or interruption of public communications or public transportation. That's a felony. And also the influence, the conduct or activities of a branch or agency of the federal government, the state or political subdivision of the state. That's a felony. It says right here, the offense under subsection 456 is a felony of the 3rd degree. 4, the transportation and communication, those, I thought it was 2 felonies, but the police covered for all of it. 5, place the public and substantial group of public in fear of serious bodily injury. Yes, if you're threatening to poison the water supply, and then there's been bomb threats and different things in environments I'm in, then that would be another felony. Then 6, influence the conduct of the activities of branch of, I already read over that. So notice on these calls how they try to say intimate partner relationship or, things of that sort because someone has already prearranged, and then they withhold stalking. That's evidence that they've even did this at Parkland Victims Intervention. So they try to pretend like stalking isn't a charge. It's the only way that they would do that if they know I'm actually being stalked. So I did the police report. So someone with integrity called the police, and then they were forced to take the report, but they wanted to show me who was boss. So the social worker from Parkland Victims Intervention had something to tell me, and listen to what it is. Let me make sure I understand. Due to COVID, you're a victim's advocate.
Our counselor.
Hold on, I haven't asked a question. She's starting arguments.
I'm making sure you're getting the right information.
You can't make sure it's like you're a con artist.
It's not VIP. Our counselors aren't.
I haven't asked. Victims Intervention Program is what it stands for.
Your question, Ms. Jackson.
My name isn't Ms. Jackson. It's Clark.
Okay.
The question is, I told you I wanted to speak with the victim's advocate. You said you're going to call the police, and then we can report the guy that pulled a gun on me.
That process is you do it yourself with the police.
Right, but you're calling the police.
I'm calling them so they can come and talk to you.
Okay. In addition to that, I said I would like to be able to go there and get advocacy and help. You said I can.
can. I'm letting you know our policies.
So you want me to be on medication?
If you take any I'm letting you know, if you take any medication, you have to be following the prescription 90 days before we see you.
Okay, this is why I had to get mental health treatment. Okay, the government was setting up an alibi. So they're demanding that she demands that I'm on, saw the person pull the gun on me and she saw the videos. And with that knowledge, what she chose to say is that she can't give me any kind of help for Parkland's Victims Intervention Program until I'm on mental health medication. Multiple different location said this. I didn't know what was happening. So, but she demands to get Parkland, seeing someone put a gun up to my head, pull the trigger, that video, what she chose to do with that knowledge is commit a crime, and say that we can't help you until you set yourself up and be on mental health medication for 3 months. You'll understand this when this video uploads. The other video. Victims advocates. That doesn't make sense.
Ma'am, our counselors, for us to see you, you need to be following those policies.
You're liars.
They're pathological liars.
And they deny services.
Okay, we have no record of you being in our program.
I know. I left. But why would you require someone to be on medication?
I left because I signed up all the paperwork and the police department came to interrupt it and then had me go to the mental illness part and I didn't know what was going on and then guarded the worker and wouldn't let me talk to her and had me there 3 hours of the daytime and I was afraid to use transit because I got you, as you can see, how I get violated on it. So they had me there 3 hours in the con and then gave me a bus pass to a PNS shelter in Fort Worth. 3 hours later, and I could barely use transit, so it wasn't safe for me to try to go that location at night. I'm asking to get into the domestic violence place, scared for my life, getting violated to this extreme, and what they chose to do with that is send me to a homeless shelter and guard staff, the police department. So I'm at Parkland Victims Intervention, did all this paperwork, and the police department comes from nowhere and removes me and then takes me over to not get services and play mind games. It was about, and I deliberately try to get things done, but every single day someone's wasting my time, even in my own environments. It's the tricky part is just proving it. So they waited till it was nighttime, and that where they knew that my vision would be impaired, and then created havoc, and then gave me a bus pass to not get anywhere. No, just a bus pass and go to PNS night shelter that's already heavily controlled in Fort Worth, and I was in Dallas. That night, because of that, with their behavior, I had to sleep outside on a bench. Then they got so crooked that they started removing me from benches. So I couldn't even do that. So Parkland Victims Intervention, even after seeing the guy pull a gun on me, they would not help me, period. They demanded that I get on medication and mental health medication. So like I said in other videos, I was trapped. Because everything was closed, all shelter, all help, and they would leave this one gap open knowing that you never believe the story. That way, they have a paper trail of the mental illness that they're looking for to get away with racked up felonies for crimes they chose to commit. This is how the government deals with crimes they repeatedly commit. They punish the person who they repeatedly violate. I paused it. I don't know what's happening. So I called later because I was still getting violated. So I called and I said I'd like information on Parkland Victims Intervention Program because people repeatedly lied to me. Okay. So it took a while. I didn't say that I had already. I just gave them a first name and that was it. So I got this call and I was just looking for information.
Name and date of birth, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, well, what I have is going on, an abuser. I believe that he had someone gang stalk me. I've had people multiple assaults. People pulled a gun on me. I was on a DART train. And July 4th.
So I tell her everything that I'm going through.
The driver trapped me on the train while I was getting threatened by some boys.
He would not help you with police corruption.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, what about the assaults and someone pulling a gun on me? How do we get me protected? I want to go into hiding and witness protection and all that, and I can't get resources, or I'm getting denied resources
at many different locations
Okay.
and
I
assistance.
cannot help you with witness protection. We don't do that. This is
A lot of these
program
places are supposed to
where
set you
we
up with
do
witness protection, but they
counseling
won't.
for trauma. And unfortunately, due to your diagnoses, you do not meet our criteria for counseling.
Diagnosis.
Yes, I read your chart.
She's not
What are you
supposed to know
talking
who
about?
I am.
I read your chart, your medical chart from the times that you were in the psych on
So just so you have
417.
clarity, I called and purposely didn't withheld information because they kind of keep me from services everywhere I'm at, including this environment right here now. When they gave me information that they have a job program here, I was sent the text. So I asked about the job program, and it was that waiting period, and then they told me to go to Texas Workforce. If you have a job program here, then that's not the Texas Workforce. And the Texas Workforce is already controlled, and they've already been committing crimes there. So nonetheless, then the party, I just saw the other party that I repeatedly see other people with, but it's hidden from me what this party does. I've been in the elephant in the room in all my environments. So then he eventually communicates that, yeah, I do this, but it's trying to hide from me, yeah, I provide services and resources. And then how is it that I've been here all this time and it's hidden? And then, somebody else was saying, go here, go there, go here. But if it's right here, why everywhere I'm at sending me on scavenger hunts looking for services that I've never been able to get? So nonetheless, I deliberately informed her, withheld information on who I was so I can get the truth about the services that they offer. I only gave them something that they wouldn't be able to identify who I was purposely. In her scam, she's already looked up my chart and knows who I am, and she can't give me services because I'm mentally ill. This is what happens in jail. They're violating me. They can't give me a tablet. I can't use a day area, and I'm being violated because I'm mentally ill, which is a lawsuit. But no, I can't get legal representation. So she read my chart. I didn't give her a release to give it. I didn't give her a release. I called. That's not legal. And asked for information on assistance for information with VIP.
Mm-hmm.
From that call and me leaving my number, you have found my chart, pulled it without my permission.
To your chart.
So you found my chart, pulled it without my permission. I've told you that there's police corruption. You're ignoring it. And you're telling me due to my diagnosis, you can't.
We can't provide you with counseling, and that's what we do here. We
Okay.
don't do protective orders.
They're not the only
here.
one. She's saying that what they don't do, their Parkland's Victim Intervention Program, they don't do protection orders. Nowhere I'm at does it. So what's going on? What's your name again?
My name's Alicia.
Okay.
It is, Kiana, it is your legal right to do that, but it is against our policy to do that. So I'm here to help you today. I just ask that you don't record.
Okay,
so.
What's going on is that people are sabotaging
Are you recording right now?
Yeah, because I think someone
that's
enlisting people is enlisting people to sabotage assistance. So if you think that I was recording, how would someone be able to tell you that I was recording?
Yeah, because I oversee the staff that you spoke with. So I'm their supervisor.
Who told you that?
My staff told me that.
What made them think I was recording?
Are you recording right now?
But what made your staff think I was recording?
It's really the government.
So I'm going to ask
This
that
is
you do
Texas
not,
Women's
if you're
Center,
not
I
able
believe.
To, then I won't be able to
Okay, my phone was nowhere near me when that lady thought that I was recording. I'm trying to show that there's a pattern of people trying to sabotage my ability to live in this environment.
You've also told our staff that they are on YouTube. You told our staff and given the information for your public channel. So that's also how we knew. So you made it public.
Oh, okay. So when I called a long time ago and they were arguing with me.
I don't think they were arguing. But since you're recording right now, I'm going to ask that you either stop and I'll be able to help you, or we're not able to do this.
Okay, let's see how this goes. They're crooked. Someone's contacting these people and having them sabotage assistance. 5 years plus, no one has helped me.
It sounds like we won't be able to do services today.
You see, I'm cutting it off. And it's
on
red
there, so we're not able to do this if you're recording.
But I just want to make sure that I'm keeping a video diary.
We're not able to do this if you're recording.
You're not able to do case management, you said?
Not able to have
Well, I have to finish this later. The Texas Women's Center, this was a follow up. They said prior in another video recording that they can't help me because I was schizophrenic. I didn't know them. So these places are trying to use mental illness as an alibi to deprive me of services. But the police department used to come on their own, and I'm supposed to be using the transit, and they try to deliberately keep me from using transit. So let me make sure I'm prepared. They come as the sign of being illegally monitored, and they come at inopportune times trying to scheme an avenue so I can't use it.